I'm recording.
Hello, boys and girls. Hannah Baker here. Live and in stereo. No return engagements, no encore. And this time, absolutely no requests. I hope you're ready, because I'm about to tell you the story of my life. More specifically, why my life ended. And if you're listening to these tapes, you're one of the reasons why. I'm not saying which tape brings you into the story, but fear not. If you receive this lovely little box, your name will pop up. I promise. At school one day, Jessica walked up to me in the halls. She said we needed to talk. She didn't say where or why, but I knew she meant Monet's, and I thought I knew why. When I got there, Jessica was sitting slumped in a chair, arms dangling by her side like she'd been waiting a long time. And maybe she had. Maybe she hoped I would skip my last class to join her. When I sat down, she lifted one of her hands and slapped the paper on the table. Then she pushed it across and spun it around for me to read, but I didn't need it spun around because the first time I read that paper it was upside down on Jimmy's desk. Who's hot and who's not. I knew which side of the list I was on, according to Alex. And my so-called opposite was sitting right across from me. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything.
Hannah, I don't care that he picked you over me.
He didn't choose me over you. He chose me to get back at you, and you know that. You knew my name would hurt you more than anyone else's.
Hannah.
Do you remember that, Jessica? Because I do. When someone says your name like that, when they won't even look you in the eyes, there's nothing more you can do or say. Their mind is made up.
Hannah, I know the rumors.
You can't know rumors. And maybe I'm being a little sensitive, but I hope, silly me, that there would be no more rumors when my family was here. That I had left the rumors and gossip behind me for good. You can hear rumors, but you can't know them.
Hannah.
Yes, I knew the rumors. And I swore to you that I hadn't seen Alex one time outside of school. But you wouldn't believe me. And why should you believe me? Why would anyone not believe a rumor that fits so nicely with an old rumor? For Jessica, it was easier to think of me as bad Hannah than as the Hannah she got to know at Monet's. It was easier to accept, easier to understand. For her, the rumors needed to be true. Fine. Fine, Jessica. Thank you for helping me the first few weeks of school. It really helped me a lot, and I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry that Alex screwed that up with this dumb little list of his, but he did. I told her I knew all about their relationship. On that first day at Monet's, he had been checking one of us out, and it wasn't me. And yes, that made me jealous. And if it helped her get over it, I accepted any blame she wanted to put on me for the two of them breaking up. But it was not true. All Jessica heard was blame. So tell me, Jessica, which did you mean to do? Punch me or scratch me? Because it felt like a little bit of both. Like you couldn't really decide. The tiny scar you've all seen above my eyebrow, that's the shape of Jessica's fingernail, which I plucked out myself. But it's more than just a scratch, it's a punch in the stomach and a slap in the face. It's a knife in my back because you would rather believe some made-up rumor than what you knew to be true. Jessica, my dear, I'd really love to know if you dragged yourself to my funeral. If you did you notice your scar? And what about you, the rest of you? Did you notice the scars you left behind? No, probably not. Because most of them can't be seen with the naked eye. Romeo, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Good question, Juliet, and I wish I knew the answer. To be totally honest, there was never a point where I said to myself, Clay Jensen, he's the one. I'm not even sure how much of the real Clay Jensen I got to know over the years. Most of what I knew was secondhand information, and that's why I wanted to know him better, because everything I hear, and everything, was good. It was one of those things where, once I noticed it, I couldn't stop noticing it. Normally when a person has a stellar image, another person's waiting in the wings to tear them apart. They're waiting for that one fatal flaw to expose itself, but not with Clay. I hope this tape doesn't make you run out and dig for that deep, dark, and dirty secret of his, which I'm sure there is. At least one or two of them, right? But wait, isn't that what you're doing, Hannah? You're setting him up as Mr. Perfect, only to tear him down. You, Hannah Baker, were the one waiting in the wings, waiting for a flaw, and you found it. And now you can't wait to tell everyone what it is and ruin his image. To which I say, no. And I hope you're not disappointed. I hope you aren't listening, salivating for gossip. I hope these tapes mean more to you than that. Clay, honey, your name doesn't belong on this list. You don't belong in the same way as the others. It's like that song. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things just doesn't belong. And that's you, Clay. But you need to be here if I'm going to tell my story, to tell it more completely. This one's for you. Jennie asked if I needed a ride home, and I almost laughed. Was it too obvious? Did I look that terrible?
Come on.
Jennie, you didn't say a thing. You didn't ask me any questions. I was so grateful. What happened next? I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't paying attention because in your car I felt secure, and then it hit.
Well, that sucks. Hannah, I'm not drunk.
Park the car.
Hannah, be reasonable. Nobody obeys stop signs anyway. And now that there's not one there, it's legal. See, people will thank me.
Park the car. We'll get a ride home from someone at the party. I'll pick you up first thing in the morning and drive you to your car.
Hannah, listen.
Park it, please.
Get out.
Jennie.
Hannah, get out. Get out!
Can I at least use your phone?
Why?
We need to tell someone about the stop sign.
Don't trace it, Hannah. I can trace phone calls. Just shut the door.
There was no stop sign on that corner, not on that night. And someone was trying to deliver his pizzas on time. And someone else, headed in the opposite direction, was turning. And one of them, one of the drivers died. Because on that corner there wasn't a stop sign that night. Someone had knocked it over. And someone else, yours truly, could have stopped it. I think I've made myself very clear. But no one's stepping forward to stop me. A lot of you cared. Just not enough. And that's what I needed to find out. And I did find out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've been looking in the mirror for so long that I've come to believe my soul